Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is December the 16th, 2020, and today the topic is called Check Your Heart. You guys would not believe what I just went through. Trying to figure out the name of the topic. But yeah, I'll give you guys a quick rundown of the morning. I did do my routine this morning, feel good. Worked out with the Faith Fit app. I ended up, since I did the the workout that I started on yesterday, because as you guys know, yesterday I just kind of did the warm up of it, and so today I actually did the rest of the routine. And for my warm up, I just kind of did like a little dance party with myself or whatever the case was. Um, so yeah, I mean, needless to say, I felt real good after I finished that workout this morning. Tired and sweaty and all that stuff, but still felt good. Um, and again, I keep telling myself, man, I need to keep doing it. Like I need to not take the breaks, but then I guess sometimes I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like sometimes if I come in here and I'm not like, I don't know if I was gonna say hype, but I don't know what to say, y'all. But I don't know why sometimes I do the workout and sometimes I don't. But I feel good every time I do it. So that's that. But anyway, so did the prayer meditation, and the interesting thing was today after my prayer meditation, it just felt really really quiet. It was like there was no sound, and I was like, is this the message today, Lord? Is it gonna be the stillness? What is this? Um, and everything like that. And it led me to read some Bible verses and stuff like that. But then I guess my mind went back to the heart. And I say back to the heart because how can I make the long story short? So, okay, long story short. Um, as I've been telling you guys, I've been jamming to that Montel Fish. Y'all see me every now and then. I'm tagging different songs that I'm listening to of his. I would say, the past couple of months now. I've been jamming to his music and stuff like that. And one of the songs he did with another, I guess they're a band but they have one individual. I don't know, but it seems like a band or whatever the case is. I don't wanna. I would put his name up. Okay, the band is called Ecclesia or something like that. Um, and so he does a song with them, and I be jamming to that song. It's a really cool song. So anyway, so when I went to, I just after listening to the song so many times, I'm like, I wonder who this person is, or whatever. So I looked them up or whatever, and I came across the guy's Instagram. I would say again, it's like a front guy, so I don't know who the rest of the people in the band is, because it only has a lot of images of him. But anyway, um, so it can, like, I guess here's my thing about art and stuff like that. So I have a great appreciation for art and artists. Um, I feel like I myself, I am also an artist at heart. I've never, not say I never tried to paint or I never tried to create art, because I have throughout life. Different little pieces or whatever the case is. Like, I remember going to like art classes and stuff like that when I was younger and stuff like that. And maybe that came from my mama. So shout out to mama. But yeah, I haven't really tried to for real create art, but I always had that like desire or whatever the case is. So when I look on this gentleman's Instagram, for me, I see a lot of art, which was inspiring. Now I get, as a Christian artist, whatever the case is, people have issues with art that they may not understand. I'll put it like that. And so, aside from me being inspired by looking at his art, there was some questionable stuff to be like, it was a little questionable just because of the climate of today and how things have been taken out of context. Um, you know, Biblical things have been taken out of context. Um, so it's kind of hard when you use those symbols now, you know what I mean? I'll just put it like that. And so, some of that was kind of like, okay. But other than that, I mean, for me, again, I wasn't offended by any of the images that I was seeing and stuff like that. However, us Christians, I'll just put it like that. Us Christians, we can be the most unchrist-like group of people uh ever, and my thing is, if you're gonna be like that, then just don't proclaim Christ, because you just put a bad name. And don't get me wrong now, don't get me wrong, because I'm gonna say some stuff. Don't get me wrong, so let me go ahead and put the disclaimer out there. Yes, I feel that there are rules and boundaries and things that, you know God isn't pleased of. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a balance. I think that's what it is. There's a balance between that type of stuff. Now, I don't think God should be put in a box. I think God is the creator, and he created all things. And that's how he's the ultimate creator. So anything that we create is technically his creation. So he created you to create the things. So, you know what I mean? So for me, when I see art, or when I see someone expressing themselves in a way that may be a little different, I'm not offended by it. I'm not going to go and bash it or whatever the case is. Now, again, I understand there's a certain standard as a Christian, but again, what I saw on the gentleman's page, aside from his art, is a lot of opinions and a lot of people calling him all the things that they could call somebody, and all the stuff that people say in regards to if they feel like you're not Christian enough, or your images aren't Christian enough, or whatever the case is. And y'all know like what I just encountered with that, with my art of acting. And so for me, I guess maybe I'm looking at it from that lens as well, because I'm like, sometimes God's gonna lead you to do some stuff that people may not understand, and I get that part. Now again, and if we're wrong about it, then by all means, repent and everything like that. But if God lets the man to create the art, and he's doing, you know what I mean, like, just pray about it, whatever the case is. But I just don't go and bash people in their art. I just put it like that. So I just felt led was it this morning or last night? I think it probably was last night before I went to bed. I don't know. He kept coming to my mind throughout the day, and I would go and like look at a video of his, or go and listen to some music, or go and look at his page and just kind of look at some of the images, or look at some of the stuff he was putting out, and then read some of the comments of all the people, what people were saying and stuff like that. And there's some that appreciate, some that don't. And so I just kind of felt led last night to just send him a message. Now, I know it's on Instagram. He probably got a lot of people sending him messages, so I don't even necessarily expect him to see it or or to respond. But if he does, I hope that it encourages him. That was my point. So if he does see it, I hope it encourages him. And whatever the case is, I did my part, is what I'm saying. I felt led to do it, so I did it. So basically, I sent him a message and let him know, like, hey, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Christians, we can be terrible. All the stuff I just told you. I didn't say terrible, but I said literally what I just told you, so I'm trying not to say that same thing again. But I was telling him that, and then I also share with him that, at the end of the day, I'm not going to judge or bash your art, or not say judge, because y'all know don't get me started on that word. I told him I'm not going to bash his art, and I'm not going to condemn his art, or whatever the case is. At the end of the day, I'm like, and God knows your heart behind your art. So, you know what I mean? If your heart's right, then by all means, you know what I'm saying? If your heart ain't right, you know that too, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't up to me to condemn or whatever your art, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, hey, I'm somebody, I appreciated your art. I was inspired by your art, and I just kind of left it at that, or whatever the case is. That's like a real random. It was put together way better than that, but I just sent him a message, and I told him, I just pray for him and stuff like that, and just hope that he has love, peace, and joy in his life and stuff like that. Because I think, from what I was seeing of some of the stuff, like, he hasn't posted any like new music or something like that for like 3 months now. So who knows where the man's at? You know what I mean? Like, his mind could be all over the place right now. He could be feeling down by all the bashing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know where people are in their life and where they are in their walks and stuff like that. And then we do have to understand that people are on different levels. Now again, now don't get me wrong. Now this word I got some word for you. So the word's gonna call stuff out too, and that don't. So I think there's a balance with that. I just don't think, and this could just be me in my little understanding, but I just don't think that. I just feel like there's times in the Bible where Jesus called stuff out straight up, and then there's times in the Bible where Jesus was like showed grace and mercy. You know what I'm saying? So I just think we just need to use discernment, and I just think that when we talk to people and approach people about whatever sin or whatever the case is, like I just feel like honestly, and again, Matt, who knows? Who knows now? But I just feel like for me, when it comes to talking to people about their sins, like I don't go out of my way to go and point out somebody's sin. Like at the end of the day, if somebody comes and talks to me about whatever the case is, and they want my opinions or whatever the case is, then I'll share it. But other than that, I don't be going around and trying to look for the sin in people, or try to look for, oh well, look, you did. Like that's not me, but people are like that. And like I said, I feel like there's a balance. There's a balance between when you're supposed to call something out and then when you're supposed to just show grace and mercy. Like, so I don't know, but I just feel like, hey, we Christians, you know what I'm saying? We need to be out here making disciples. We need to be out here, not just, I said, show love, yes. Tell the truth in love as well. You know what I'm saying? All of that. So, at the end of the day, this all led me to share with you all today about checking our hearts. So yeah, it's so funny because I have so many titles up here. It's so maybe for my Facebook and YouTube people, I'll read it afterwards. So that'll be, I'll read some of my names that I was going to name this episode today. But anyway, let's get into the word so y'all know that I'm not just talking to you. Okay, here we go. Proverbs 27:19. It says, "As in water, face." I promise you guys, I wrote better today. I promise you. It's not that. I just marked something out. That's what it was. Okay. As in water, face reflects face, so to the heart of man reflects the man. Let that marinate. Okay. As in water, face reflects face, so to the heart of man reflects the man. So y'all all know how you can look in the water and you see your face in X, Y, and Z. So that is in Proverbs, that's a good word right there. I feel like it's a great thing to start with to recognize that, because again, it's just giving us an example of what the heart represents. So yeah, that's why we need to check it and make sure. Anyway, here we go. 1 Samuel 16:7. I've read this to you guys on the juice before. I was going to put it in the go deeper section, but I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you again because it fits with this scenario situation. So again, 1 Samuel 16:7. It says, "But the Lord said to Samuel, do not look on his appearance or the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." Why does he look on the heart, y'all? Because the heart reflects the man. And y'all know we do this. Y'all know we as humans, we look at people from the outside and then, we thinking all the good things or whatever the case is. People can put on the front, y'all. But what is in the heart is what is important. That is the true person, what is in their heart. John 7:38 says, "Whoever believes in me, as the scripture has said, out of his heart will flow rivers of living water." So so there's some other verses that kind of go along those lines too, and it just kind of made me think this morning, like, though it's just, I told you guys before, it's annoying to me people that has so much to say, but they ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? You ain't doing nothing for the kingdom, but you got so much to say about people that are doing it. Like at the end of the day, when I think about this person I was just sharing with you guys, the Ecclesia band, whatever the case is, like he's out here creating music for Jesus. Now, hey, now whether you think it's art or whatever the case is Christian or whatever the case is, hey, all I'm saying is, what have you done for the kingdom? Like, you know what I mean? Have you checked your heart? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're out here doing something, but like, I just feel like there's I just don't know, like, why random people feel the need to tell people how to do something. Like, by all means, like, I don't know, like, I feel like that is there's something positive. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I don't know if that's too deep. I don't know if it's too deep. Okay, I'm gonna try to tell y'all in a roundabout way without, giving out my business, because some of this ain't your business. No, I'm just kidding. My husband and I was talking about this yesterday. Something along the same lines. It was like, I was telling him about something that happened and how, kind of how I felt about it. And he was like, you should tell the person. And I'm like, nah, because, I don't feel like it's my place to tell the person. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this person is that person. You know what I mean? And this person and that person has a whole situation. You know what I mean? So that ain't my place to tell them about their situation. At the end of the day, it's up to them to handle their situation. You know what I mean? Now, I can have an opinion about it, and I can share with you as my husband my opinion about it. But at the end of the day, for me to exert myself into their situation and try to tell somebody about themselves or tell somebody what they need to do or whatever the case is, like, that ain't my place, in my opinion. Now, I don't feel like that's my place. And even if it is, like, I just feel like there's certain, that's me. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I respect people in their places. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, that's not my situation to speak on in that aspect, in my opinion. Now again, that's me, because I don't like conflict. I don't like debate. I done said it a whole bunch of times. So that could just be me and my little personality. But I think it's also a respect thing. It's also a honoring people in their positions thing, and all of that. So at the end of the day, because even if people are doing things you don't like that are, but if they are in a position above you or whatever the case is, then you need to, that ain't my, you know what I mean? Like, let's stay in our lanes here. You know what I mean? And X, Y, and Z. And so for me, like, whoever is ministering to this young man, they are in a position to correct the young man. Whoever his mentors, whoever his accountability partners, those are the people that are in the position to correct this man. Random person, random audience person, like, who are you to correct this man, like, or tell this man that God, that's all I'm saying. Like, let's let the ones in the position. Now, again, like, God can use anybody to say a message, so I'm not saying that, but I just feel like sometimes we overstep boundaries in regards to what we feel like it's like, how you reaching somebody like that, though? You don't reach nobody with, like, spouting out negativity, like, and don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong, because you know what? Here, this gonna help us right here today. This next verse right here. Again, I'm not saying to you that do anything goes, X, Y, and Z. Because here's an example right here. Now, this was Jesus now. Okay? If I'm not mistaken. I didn't go read the whole thing this morning, so I'm pretty sure Jesus said this right here. Here we go. Matthew 12:34. It says, you brood of vipers, how can you speak good when you are evil? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Straight up said, you brood of vipers. Okay? So, here's the thing. Now, again, Jesus is in a position to call people out because he's, I'm just saying, he's in that position, so calling them out in that way, I mean, I guess obviously he's in a position to do that. But it also shows us that, again, it's not anything goes. It's not like, oh, you just, all that. Okay, so there are times to call things out. I'm not saying it's not. There are definitely times to call things out. But let's make sure that you're in the position to do so in regards to, hey, am I someone's mentor? Hey, am I, or is this my disciple that I'm leading to Christ? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I this person's whatever? You know what I'm saying? Or do I need to just pray for the person? Because sometimes that's your position, is just to pray for the person. You know what, Lord, you're funny to me. Stop. I promise y'all, I don't know what I don't be knowing what I'm gonna say, and it's so funny to me, this stuff that be coming out. But anyway, but sometimes it is. Sometimes your position is just to pray for somebody. Sometimes your position is to, let's just leave it at that. All right. So let's keep going. Proverbs 21:2 says, every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart. So again, like I said, the man could feel like he's right. I could feel like I was right, for taking on what I did and X, Y, Z. Now there's to me, I've been, I feel like it's been confirmed. But I mean, hey, again, at the same time too, I still kind of mentally struggle, or I'll still be like, you know what, like, doubt to creep in or whatever the case is, and then be like, man, well, should I repent? Or I already prayed about it and stuff. So that's another thing too. It's like I already prayed about it, so I'm like, I'm not gonna keep repenting for the same things over and over again. But we'll see. I don't know what the God want me to do. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to these verses right here, the person could feel like they right. So what they need to do is we all need to do. What I need to do, what we all need to do is check our hearts. Okay. So in our hearts, check our hearts. Go to God and check your heart. That'll let you know. Okay? Psalms 19:14. This is a good example of a prayer to pray. Actually, these next two verses, are good examples of a prayer to pray when we checking our heart. All of us need to be doing this. All of us need to check our heart, check our motives, check why we doing the things we do. Okay? And that'll let you know a lot, because that's who you really are. So there you go with that. But anyway, so here's a good, example of a prayer to pray. Psalms 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Let's pray that prayer today, y'all. Continue the prayer and say Psalms 51:10. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Let's pray those prayers today. Let's add that to our prayers today. Let's check our heart, and that will ultimately let us know, what the motivation and where we're at with that. We all should individually do that, not just the gentleman I was telling you guys about, not just me. Everybody needs to be checking your heart, see where you really are, and then live accordingly. Go to God. See what He wants you to do about where your heart condition. The Bible verse of today is Colossians 3:13. It says, "Forbearing one another and forgiving one another, if any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. There you go. Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to my YouTube person. Ooh, and Thornburg. Thorp. I didn't look at the paper today, so I hopefully I said it right. Shout out to you. I was gonna write a whole thing to you. But I mean, I feel like I've said it before, but if not, like I said, it means a lot when people respond or comment or whatever the case is, because not only does it let me know I'm being heard, but and that somebody's actually listening to me out here. But it's like confirmation and reminders to me that hey, someone's listening, or and it motivates me to keep going. So thank you. That's why I shout you out every day, because you say something every day, so I shout you out every day. That's why, and that's what it means to me. So thank you, and I appreciate you. And I appreciate you to the ones who listen to me on the podcast as well. Again, I don't know who you are, but thank you for listening, and everything like that. Thank you to the ones who watch me here on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you all as well. So thank you all. Again, I hope that this helps you. I hope that it encourages you, motivates you, whatever the case is. Yeah. It feels like I said, it really does feel good when I do the entire routine. Even though, like I said, Faith Fit has been working me out now, but I like it because it gives you a word with the workout, and then you have the motivational kind of coach guy that's like, keep going, that whole thing. It's cool. It's good, and prayerfully they stay doing the things that God is leading them to do, because it's helping me. And like I said, hopefully I stay motivated to do the things that God has lead me to do. So prayerfully it's helping you, and go on, move forward, and you to whatever it is that God wants you to do, and just let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. People need this message of hope, love, joy, peace, in this crazy world, and especially in these times. Like I said, it's so crazy to me. Like, I don't know where to get information from. I don't know why I just felt led to share that right now. But anyway, yeah. So it's crazy to me. Like I said, I can't watch the news feeling as if I'm getting informed. Like, I don't feel like I'm being informed at all by the news. And it's crazy to me that I have to. I'll say it like this. It's crazy to me that I have to turn to social media to get information that the news should be giving us. But at the end of the day, like I said, I guess by watching Out of Shadows, so I hope you guys watch that documentary. It puts it into perspective, and it helps me understand why we're not getting actual factual news. But that is sad. That is so sad. Like, the state of the world is just crazy. And like I said, so everyone really needs this message of hope, love, joy, peace, Jesus. We all need it. So again, I hope that this helps. I hope that it encourages you to listen to little old me. Come and talk to you in my robe every morning. I mean, well, y'all didn't know that until I started going live, but obviously y'all wanted to see me, so here I am. Here I am. But I've been enjoying this too, because it like I said, it helps me, it narrows it down, and then I have these moments afterwards that I hope you guys enjoy too. I said I was going to share with you guys some of the titles that I came up with, so here they go real quick. So I ended up going with Check Your Heart, right? So that's the one that we went with. But first I started off with The Heart. Then I said The Heart Checkup. Then I was like, The Heart of Man. Then I was like, Cardiac Screening. What's another thing I said? Time for a Heart Check. Then what was this? Oh, Diagnose Your Heart Condition. There's a lot of heart titles, man. But I think Check Your Heart did it. So here we are. Check your heart, y'all. Let's all check our hearts today and make sure we're doing things, that we're motivated by the right spirit. And, doing the will of God and everything like that. All right, well, I'm going to let y'all go. Let me go and get this stuff out to you. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye.